Morning, morning, morning. So I have some video clip. I don't know. I'll post it in here where I did already. So I noticed yesterday, had a rough morning. You can see this feeder here. Let me turn the camera around. You see, like, there's a mark right there, and underneath you can see that mark up top. That's blood. Mark around that hole. It's all blood. So I went in to check the quail yesterday. Just one of the cages, just one of these 4 cages. Now I'm making a point to check the health of my quail. And you can see here, I'll turn the camera around again. That one looks fine, that one looks fine. Get some manure on the compost, but I removed that feeder, put a block of plate up. But anyway, you notice there's 2. And the rest have 6. I had just this cage. I hear that rooster going off. See if I can get him on video. Just this cage over here had 3 or 4 of the hens were like scalped. And I mean, like, bloody, like skin folded forward, but somehow still functioning and walking around and eating, not feeling good, you could tell. And I started looking around, I couldn't understand why. And so I noticed the blood stains on the feeder. I mean, I've had that feeder in there for probably a week. And I check the birds every day and never noticed it before. I was putting my finger on the inside. I'm like, well, it's not sharp, but it's not, I didn't bevel it either. It's starting to make all sorts of sounds now. But it's not the feeder. I took the feeder out, blocked that off. I went outside and I grabbed like replacement birds to put in there. And that's another thing. These birds have been together the whole time since they've been in these breeder cages. They're used to each other. Would probably benefit me best and the quail if I just grab all brand new, all fresh birds that have been out in the pen together, put them in here. I just have a problem finding females right now. So I came back out before work hours later and noticed the fresh birds that I put in there were scalped, which was 2 more. Just sitting there and watching them. If you sit there and watch them long enough, observe them, that rooster was just being a little aggressive. And I'm thinking, well, I mean, they weren't roosters in with roosters. It was one rooster in with all those hens. And from what I've gathered on, I'm trying to watch these white ones while I'm talking here because I'm making sure it's just one roostering or crowing, my bad. I want to make sure I just hear one or see one crowing because those ones are, so far, it's just one. Just want to make sure it's just one rooster in there is all. Anyways, there's 2 roosters in there. Hold on. I tell you, I'm struggling with these white ones here on getting them sexed. Yeah, so there's 2. There's one that just crowed that I separated, and there's one crowing in here. So they're both crowing. I'm making sure there's just one. So if that's the case, I haven't seen this other white one that I put in with this hen crowing yet. But hopefully, if that's a hen, that's a hen, I'll just throw it in with this one. I have it banded as if it's a hen, but I mean, like, those are just my little assumptions, and I banded them just so I can check them later to see if I was right. It was kind of just seeing if I was checking my own work, I guess, when I vet sexed them. Definitely two roosters. I'm glad I caught that. So if you're new to quail, like I am, it's a little difficult to sex the white quail. So just letting you know, if they're not feather sexable, then it's hard to do, especially in the beginning. And those of you that know, that are experienced, they'll tell you that too, that it takes a while to get used to it. I'll see if I can't get these turned around to show you, and I'll continue on with my story, my horrific. Uh-oh. I'm thinking there's two in here now again. So that one right there on the right. And what I should be doing is I'll catch him right now and I'll band him if he's not already. See, none of these are banded. All right, this one right here. He's one that just crowed. I'm using my phone, guys. I didn't come out here prepared, but got my quail, got my band, and I don't have it. I don't have a specific number. I should write this number down though, just to know, because I got bands on a bunch. See, there's still another one in there crawling. So I have this one. I'll just notate it, number 63. I'll take a picture of it, and then I'm gonna put him on his right foot. And what you do is you kind of get that toe, or what that, you get it put aside. Well, it's open, but if you can do, let me try to flip him around. Try to get like, okay, got him flipped around. You see his foot, you kind of straighten everything out, and you're gonna get that toe, it's in the back. Backwards, I've got my thing on the wrong side here. And you're gonna kind of get his toes in there. And you can see how his foot's there, it'll go over that, and then you can just kind of snap that, clicks in there, and it will stay off. And I'll just put that on camera so I can see it when I watch this later. And it's gonna be backwards because it's selfie mode, but it's number 63. We will put him in this bottom cage. Another band for this guy, it's gonna be 91. Do the same thing and put it on his right leg. I'm up on my tippy toes. Oh, his foot's a little bigger than usual. All right, got it. There it is. Put him in there. And I gotta find this other one there's another one in here. Should just be one more in here. It's right here. All right, got it. All right. Okay, we got number whatever. Gotta get his foot. Whatever. Right here. Number 82. Just keep going. Snap it on. There we go. I don't know what's going on here. You guys can see there's actually blood on her from when that rooster was in there. And she's moving around all right. There's a blood spot there. But you see right there, she probably got pecked. And right there. So I could leave her where she is for now until I figure out, since there's just one female in here. She's definitely got enough energy going. Now you see how the band's on her left foot. So we'll just leave her in there for now. Okay, too many roosters. Too many roosters, and these are all female. Oh, there's a rooster in there somewhere. But they're not, they all mature just a little differently. Different rate. All right, anyways. Had a rogue rooster, basically. They all mature at a different rate. And I had this one rooster picked for whatever reason, put him in there from the very beginning. He all of a sudden got to that breeding stage where he was just ready to breed all the hens, and some of them just, there's already a one no. You don't put two roosters together, especially when they're confined the way these ones are. These aren't wild birds, but in the wild, the roosters they'll kill each other. Pheasants are really bad. Chucker partridges are very bad. That's why you see them when they're in their grow pens. They got blinders in there, not through their nostrils, so they can't see in front of them. It's so they don't kill each other. They will. And but they also can get very aggressive when they're breeding. And that's what confused me the most on why the hens were all scalped, because I knew they weren't roosters. And it was just crazy to me that I replaced them, come back out a couple hours later, and there's new ones scalped already that fast. So I ended up putting him down, and I put them down, and they'll just be eaten. I'll just eat them. But pretty simple decision for me once I figured it out, now that I know that's not my feeder. But it also made me, and I could put another rooster in there and it can happen again. You just have to watch them. You have to observe them. And the good thing about this is there's always going to be another rooster. There's always too many roosters. It's just the way it works. So it made me rethink this, even though now I know this isn't the cause. It was kind of weird that happened, and I was like, wow, I can't believe. I know it's not smooth, like factory smooth, but I shouldn't have did it. And but it makes me rethink the design, and I could take a little extra time and get a little hole, I don't know what they're called, but I have one, and put it on the end of my drill or a Dremel or even a rat tail saw or half round file, and just file the round, bevel it on both sides. And that would really give me peace of mind. Yeah, you fix what you can, you control what you can, prevent if you can, but I don't think that's what did it. I'm pretty sure the rooster did it. I watched him for a while, and he was just getting a little, they all do it. They grab the back of the heads, back of the necks usually, and that's why sometimes you'll see the hens in the back, they'll be missing feathers. It won't be necessarily, this wasn't that. This was scalped. This was like somebody filleted the skin off, and it was like a flap all the way. You could see the skull all the way to the eyes almost. I mean, it wasn't defeathered. It was skin off. So yeah, it's my little post. You know, and I never really saw a video about this before until I searched for it specifically. Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of quail videos out there, and there's some quail specific channels. I mean, you guys probably know about them. Katunik's Corner is a very good one. Go to My Shire, where I got my quail from, the eggs from. Very informative. Just like everything you need to know about quail are on these channels. Slightly Redneck. That, and specifically when I typed in scalping quail, something like that in YouTube, Slightly Redneck popped up, and he has a little breakdown of the different reasons why, and he shows an example of, I didn't want to take pictures of this. I'm pretty sure I'm not monetized, but if I were, that video would have been demonetized. I'm sure, I don't know, but it's just, it was graphic, but it should allow it because it's educational. It really is. It's something that I had to search for specifically. It's not one that just pops up. So I'm sure it's on one of their playlists and all that. I didn't watch every single quail video ever put on YouTube, but Slightly Redneck has a decent length video. I think it's even chaptered, or you can actually go right to it, but there's different reasons. He shows you some of his quail that are missing feathers in the back of the head. It's almost like they're molting. It's just because, yeah, they're getting bred, and the roosters are aggressive anyways when it's happening. So hens can also do it, by the way. Hens will be aggressive towards each other. Anyways, I'm dropping those 3 channels in there because those are my go-to for quail. There's plenty of other quail videos out there though from other people, but those are like the top to me in my experience in researching quail, anything about quail. Those are my 3 go-tos right there. My Shire for actually obtaining the eggs, and he's very knowledgeable, on the breakdown of every type of quail you can get from him, and what they developed, genetics. Terry at Katunik's Corner has pretty cool setup. Shows you DIY cages and gives you just really good information to give you ideas. And Slightly Redneck, he's like the go-to for the outdoor cages. He see a lot of people mimicking his designs, and very knowledgeable too. So, but yeah, thanks to those 3 channels for me. But yeah, I've watched countless videos and other channels on when I was making this quail cage, and it was a combination of all of them. Anyways, I thought I'd throw that out there. I thought it was important. Yeah, I should have took pictures of the quail, but I didn't. I just kind of saw them. It kind of shocked me a little bit, and I just wanted to put them out of their misery right away and be done with it. Hope you guys can understand that, but I'm sure you can Google image that, search, and you'll find enough of those. But yeah, gotta get my goats fed. We got a good rain the last couple days. It rained a little bit yesterday, last night anyways, not a lot. Should be sunny today. Should be getting in the 70s. Not today, but I think Saturday and Sunday's gonna get like mid to high 70s, which is crazy. I don't know when our next rain will be, but would be nice to get a little more. All right, this will be the last egg that I put in the incubator. This put me up to, I don't know, probably close to 40 quail eggs, if I had to guess. And then after lockdown, I generally will leave them in there for an extra couple days, 2-3 days. So we'll see. Chicken eggs, I'll just leave the chicken eggs as they are. I'm not gonna add any more because we do eat a lot of chicken eggs, and we'll see. I mean, these ones are kind of spoken for already, but come in here, check this. 99.9 degrees, set at 100, 45% humidity. See, it's been running for 21 hours and something, or I think that's what that means. 21 hours, 2 hours. What? Oh. What does it say? I'm confused. Oh, 21 counts. All right, so basically every 2 hours, this egg turner, it's on automatic, rotates to one side or the other. And it's had a total of 21 rotations. There you go. So you guys can see how many eggs I have in here now. I mean, and you could double stack these. You stack one on top of the other and you can go in 2 deep. So 4 stacks or 4 trees in each of the 3. So yeah, you put 12 trays in here, I believe. Might be able to do more on the top one, but I'm not sure. Haven't tried to max it out. Close it back up. Yeah, dropped it down to 85, and it should be climbing pretty quick though. Yeah, it's going up pretty fast. That's what I like about this thing, very consistent. Everything's just, yeah, I don't like going in the incubator, but it's gonna get it up there pretty fast. And it's low maintenance. So my little quail cartons I ordered online somewhere, I can't remember where. So I moved those other roosters, those two roosters I threw out, I put them outside in the pen. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't have any more hens. So I added one rooster to this side over here. He's trying to figure it out. He's kind of in there pacing. We'll see how he starts interacting here, but we have the 2 hens. And so far, I'm not really seeing any more hens in that pen out there. I keep checking though when I get a chance, when it gets light out. Still kind of dark out, just fed all the goats. How about that compost? You know, I think I haven't been tending to it enough. I add to it, but I think I need to add more water to it. Not now, but it's just, usually it don't rain here, and I don't add water every day to it. It might go 3-4 days without water, so I need to get in there, start turning it and adding water, a lot more water to it, since we have mostly sunny days here. Not that it's in the sun all day long, because it's in a shaded spot part of the day, but it's just because we don't have we lack the humidity here. It's just not cooking like I want it to be. So you can see this morning, I mean, it's cool out, but that pile's not. It's steaming, so we got that decent rain yesterday anyways. So I'm gonna have to start adding water to that. I'll turn it in a couple days, and then I'll add more water. But yeah, I'm running low on hens. I don't know if I have any more hens in there, but if I do out in that pen, I feel sorry for, because I think there's a lot of roosters out there. Gonna have to start putting them in the freezer. But and you know, I'm just trying to get these ones to hatch out. Be nice if you could hatch what you want. It's just ended up getting a whole lot of roosters.